Okay, it's cold, it's wet, it's dark. This time of year we often get depressed. There doesn't seem to be much light. It's dark when you wake up, it gets dark about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And we can often get depressed and feel gloomy, and there's not much hope during this season. Maybe you're feeling like that right now. Well, I'm going to share 10 things that I have learned about depression. Join me on this journey. The sixth thing I've noticed about depression is that we can make the most of the simple things. Often when we are feeling depressed, there's quite often a heightened sense of emotion just over very, very simple things that you can get a lot of benefit from. Making a nice cup of tea, having a hot bath, going for a walk, watching a program on the telly. Something that's very, very simple, doesn't take a lot, but you can get a surprising amount of benefit just by appreciating, valuing and enjoying the very thing that you're doing. The seventh thing I've noticed is it does help to be with others. We don't feel like talking to others when we are depressed because we want to get away, we're annoyed, we might feel alone or frustrated. But actually reaching out and just being with somebody, talking to somebody on the phone, texting them, sending a message, whatever, reaching out can help. But just as long as we're not expecting that person to totally understand how we're feeling, because they may not. And we may be going round and round in a loop like a stuck record. And so we need to break out of that. So reaching out to somebody, but that will help you, but don't keep talking or focusing about the problems you're experiencing. Talk about other things and reach out to them too. Okay, the eighth thing I've learned about depression. As a follower of Jesus, I do believe that there is an enemy that we face. Jesus calls him the evil one, the devil. And Jesus says the devil comes to steal, to kill and destroy. That sounds to me a lot like depression, a lot like the things that we face. And so often the devil will exploit whatever situation we're in, whether it's a physical illness or a mental illness, and he'll get his foot in the door and he'll start to make it worse. And so we need to, Jesus says, pray, deliver us from the evil one. Resist the devil. Jesus says, I've come that you may have life and have it to the full. Jesus wants to give us the fullness of life right here in this world. And so we need to pray. It's important to pray. We may not feel like praying at all. Maybe reaching out to somebody and say, can you pray with me? Can you pray for me during this time, that I will know victory, that I will know God's help to be able to overcome this situation with the mighty resources that God can give us. The ninth thing I've learned about depression is we need to focus outside ourselves. Don't keep looking inwards. Don't keep focusing on your own feelings, your own situation, but reach out. Do something for others. Bless other people. Pray for other people. Do something practically for others. Just having a conversation with somebody that you meet and asking how they're doing, listening to their situation, focusing on others will really help you to break out of the cycle and the spiral of depression. Okay, the 10th thing I've learned about depression is, it might sound an obvious one, but that we can be healed of depression. We can overcome depression. So much in our society now is focused, rightly so, on removing the stigma associated with mental illness and the emotional struggles that we face. And so it's good to remove the stigma. It's good to take away those things and recognize, yes, we do get depressed. And even those who believe in God and follow Jesus do suffer often from depression. But that's just the first step. Surely we can overcome it. There's very little information on how we can overcome depression, how we can be healed from depression. It's not just recognizing that that's the way things are. What can we do about it? There is a way through. There is hope. There is a future. We may come to a place where we are healed. Yes, we may still have a tendency towards it, but we can be healed and live healthy, whole, and full lives, and all the good things that God has for us to be able to cope, to be able to live, but also the good things that He wants to do through us to help other people.